Welcome back to Marsupilami. Now we're finishing off the Chahutas, I think that's how you pronounce it. Alright. Alright.
Still with the ruin team.
Alright, this stage has one particular flaw with it. That is okay. Look at that thing right there. See that thing? That's a switch that you have to do with your tail.
Yeah, intuitive.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't know, like up until this point, everything that's interactable has been clearly pixelated, and
well, aside from the tank.
Well, yeah, the tank also had that problem actually. That I think about it, yeah. But still, though, like it's I don't know, it's like a. I hope that at the very least the tank was something that was much more prominent as an object, whereas that thing, as far as the most people can tell, it's just part of the scenery. So yeah, and it's only this one stage that has something like this. It's weird.
I'm not gonna make any Nintendo Switch jokes during this LP.
Wait, Nintendo Switch.
But we have to smash all.
Oh, because yeah, that joke doesn't even work, Dwibs, because it doesn't even, it's a forced
That's
one.
why I'm not making them.
Go ahead, Taylor. What was it?
No, about do you need to smash all the doors with the mouse icon?
Yes. All right, Bonelli.
Yeah.
Poor Bonelli.
Weird that he needs two smashing part.
And then Bonelli dies of a heart attack.
Jesus. Oh, there you go. There's the element.
What is it with these characters and having like an E sound at the end of their name? Marsupilami.
It's the pronunciation, Dweebs. Normally it doesn't. Well, sometimes it depends on the letter at the end. You know.
Bonelli actually kind of sounds like an Italian name of sorts.
Yeah,
it sounds, but last I checked, it's not that common, even if it's actually real.
It's like I was just to say, it's like with Italy and how all their people's last names have.
Actually, no. Let me take it back. It actually is real. We even have a comic book company named that like that.
There you go then.
It's like everyone in Italy is like Roberto or Matteo.
So what you're telling me is that this is an Italian elephant living in South America.
I have no idea. Maybe it's tied to the fact that circus tradition has an Italian origin. Maybe.
I guess. Yeah.
Are there any countries other than Italy itself that speak Italian as their native language?
No,
I don't think so. No.
The only two major colonies were in Africa, were like Ethiopia and Libya, I think. And even then, they stopped a long time ago.
Yeah, the Portuguese African colonies still speak Portuguese to this day, but I don't think it's the same for the Italian ones.
No.
So it's not like Brazil, for instance.
No.
Not just Brazil, like I said, in Mozambique, in Angola, in Cabo Verde. Basically, they even retain Cabo Verde even retain its Portuguese name. So yeah.
Not just that, Dweebs. In places like Brazil, they develop their own version of the language rather than speaking the native one.
It's not so much that it's not so much like it's a different version. It's more so a different accent more than anything. Like yeah, there are some different words here and there, but it's very minor. Like the only real major difference is the accent, really.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
And then Marsupilami can never use his tail ever again.
Remember, Dwebs, his tail has superhuman strength for some reason.
And resistance, yeah. There we go.
So it's like how Crash Bandicoot never really gets dizzy after all his spinning.
Yeah.
Cartoony logic, Dwebs.
It only works in.
Oh, you lazy fuck! You can't walk to the end of the stage. No, you got to ride on the elephant.
It makes for a more impactful scene, dude. Come on.
Not just that, Not just that, but the level only ends when Bonelli gets in there anyway, so I might as well just have them on top so that I can finish exactly when Bonelli leaves the level. Anyway, yeah, the third son of Marsupilami is in here, so if we get him, we'll get the best ending.
Alright, so welcome to the native village from Crash 1, I guess.
Well, that's the thing. We were racist. We were racist to Mexicans. Now it's time to be racist towards
South Americans,
South Americans in general. Yeah.
On the tier, this looks a bit more like Twin Sanities.
True, but you have to remember also that they had in that game had such a dedication in referencing stuff that the inside of Papu Papu Zad is a one-to-one recreation of how it is in Crash 1. Why is that guy doing a shower?
Because it's funny, I guess.
I guess.
Maybe it's one of those. Maybe in the cartoon.
People in their weird sense of humor.
Maybe in the cartoon it was supposed to be like a Bugs Bunny style joke, where Marsupilami walks into it, and then the guy's like, ah! You know.
So I think you need to make Bonelli go across these huts.
Yes.
There's one of your child. Okay.
Yeah, so I had to get up there somehow. Let's see. I have the mouse, the stairs, and the thing. I don't know what it's.
The grappler.
The grappler.
The hook shot from Zelda.
Well, the hook shot pulls you to things. It doesn't pull things to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see.
Where did he went? All right, it's the front gate. Yeah, you need to smash it.
We
Okay.
need to smash it first. So let's let's once again psychologically manipulate Bonelli.
It's all for your good. There you go. Oh, that was easy. Reminds me also a bit of a Roman camp from the PlayStation 1 Asterix game. The one that it's played kind of like Risk. Yeah, you, whatever. I forgot, Dweebs. Have you ever played any of the Asterix games, Dweebs?
Me? Once at a school.
I'm planning on recording the arcade game, because the arcade game is amazing.
That guy just got stomped by an elephant.
Not just that. Again, remember, Tay, we're operating on Looney Tunes logic, so...
He's fine, I guess.
Yeah, don't worry.
Look at that!
Again, Tay, Looney Tunes logic. Just roll with it.
Jesus.
Anyway, yeah, like the Asterix arcade game. I don't know if you've played it, Tay. It's the one that's...
You showed me a bit long time ago.
That game is fantastic. It's still the best Asterix game I've ever played. Not only does
it makes sense to translate the the series into a beat 'em up.
Yeah, and the game does a great job in going through various of some of the famous books, and doing a great job representing them. Like, there's no cutscenes, but they do acknowledge the plot of each book, and they do a good enough job having us fight the bosses. Even when there's technically no bosses, they still make ones that are kind of goofy, but it's Asterix, so that's kind of the point.
So, Dweebs, which was the one that you played in school?
Can't remember. It was school.
Oh, well, the only one I played actually was this weird experimental one, which plays for the most part like Risk. You have the map of France with all the regions. Go ahead, Dweebs.
All I know for sure is that it was on PC.
Mm-hmm. And you mostly conquer the regions with RNG factor, to be honest. But sometimes for some specific regions, you actually have 3D beat-em-up sections with either Asterix or Obelix, and these sections are actually quite fun enough.
So yeah, basically...
So, go ahead.
So yeah, we're gonna have to do this the hard way. We're gonna consistently have to use the stair and grappler
and the fruit
to make sure he gets into place. There you go.
Jeez. The real problem is the fact that it doesn't stay still for a second. It just needs to go from one
remember,
place to
Taylor,
another.
that's what the fruits are for.
Yeah, I know. It's just a pain in the ass, nonetheless. There we go. Oh, and that was pointless.
Basically, I forgot. I noticed that. Fortunately, I noticed now that there's a hut upwards that I can use.
You need to go up, pull him up. Oh god.
And make sure you don't kill him.
No. Again, don't worry. Looney Tunes logic. Nobody dies.
No falling damage. Here we go.
Remember, Dwebs, in
I wonder
Looney
what
Tunes,
this game would be like
Daffy
if
Duck,
it followed-
Dwebs, there's a short where Daffy Duck gets literally shot in the face multiple times, and yet he's fine. All he has to do is put his beak back in place.
Yeah, the only thing that happens is his beak gets backward.
I wonder what would happen if these kind of games followed even the most simple rules of basic logic.
Well,
They
I
wouldn't
can
work.
tell you there is a Looney Tunes short that does that. But I'm not gonna spoil you what happens in that because it needs to be seen for you. It's for context, Pedro knows it's the one where him and Elmer Fudd do the Valkyrie opera thing.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
What's
the,
opera
the
duck?
show, the show ends in like 5 seconds.
No.
What's Opera Duck is regarded as one of the best Looney Tunes shorts of all time. It even won an Oscar and everything.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
So yeah, now what? Unfortunately,
I think you actually need to not to get it on this hut and only on one of the ones later on.
yeah. Turns out it was basically the main reason was was to get the
Yeah,
spring.
you need to get it here. There you go.
Don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna fall asleep.
There you go. Nobody needs to go
Thanks
here.
for telling us.
Oh, there's a lever. Oh,
Yes.
for the child. Okay,
Oh, the lever crunk.
not that.
There we go. Good ending obtained. Now we just have to complete the game.
All
What's the
right.
bad ending? Marsupilami gets booed off the stage.
No, it's actually much lazier than that, Dwebs. It's literally the exact same ending. It's literally the exact same ending, just you don't see the kids in the background, and then it says, "Good job, but you didn't find Marsupilami's kid," and blah blah blah.
Great, but you missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Not just
7
that.
boxes.
Basically,
Not just that, lives probably in the most weird grammatical expression possible, like in Ghosts and Goblins. Your courageous knight, go and make handling progress. What was up with these old, the NES, Sega Mega Drive games that actually had that translator? Like, was it really that hard to code in proper grammar?
no, it's more so the fact that a lot of those games were translated by Japanese people who had a poor grasp of English.
Oh, okay. Makes sense now.
The last battle is, of course, one of the most infamous of that. I mean, it's abundantly clear that the people who translated that game didn't know a lick of English.
But Pedro, the ultimate salvage sounds like incredible place to visit.
That's weird, though. I mean, so when Japan localized the game themselves into English, they messed it up like 80% of the time.
Well,
when
at
it's
least
your-
back in the day, we.
But when it's, I
What
was talking about the 90s.
What the fuck is
but,
that?
I don't know.
But when it's the other way around, we seem to do it well, from what I can tell, anyway.
Well, it's mostly because Dwebs, the Japanese it's mostly because there's, again, like I said, the Japanese don't know a lick of English. So how the hell are they supposed to localize something into English?
Yeah, but
right.
we localize it to Japanese pretty well.
Yes,
How
Dwebs.
do you know?
Well, yes, Dwebs, but here's the thing. There's an actual. Here's the thing. It's much more demandable because there's actually only Japanese is only spoken mostly in Japan anyway. So obviously, it would require. So obviously, there's a bigger demand for that kind of translation. Not so much. So obviously, you would ask. There you go. Obviously, you would ask people outside of Japan to do it because, well, if Japanese learn.
That's
I reckon
what.
half of the localizations are pretty much like, Japan, please help.
Anyway, we've arrived at our home jungle. Now we just have
and
to.
I can see there are monkeys throwing shit at you.
Yes. Now we just have to defeat the hunter that kidnapped us at the beginning of the game and whack him.
We gotta defeat this random bird.
Those birds are annoying because they keep respawning.
So we're kind of like, I forgot. Yeah, kind of like the Medusa heads in Castlevania. Also, baby hogs.
Boar.
Or
It's a boar actually.
Or a tapir.
AKA, well, since we're talking about Asterix, I mean, boars are Obelix's favorite food. So
yeah. Well, it makes sense.
maybe the French/Belgians have a knack for boars. I guess I don't know.
Well, I can tell you for experience, Pedro, we're not that different in taste from normal.
Pedro,
pigs.
I do not want to hear the word knack for a while. Thank you very much.
But dweebs, you can assemble yourself with this.
Well, assemble my ass.
Well, even that.
Yeah, that'd be the only way I buy a knack game. If you can actually, if the knack like people could actually like shapeshift themselves into a human shape.
Jesus. But yeah, like I was saying, one of the things that Pedro mentioned before about the fact that a lot of Japanese games, especially these days, tend to get particular Western themes for a proper localization. I remember it's a consistent thing with the... I keep forgetting the name of this team, which it's even constantly ask either NIS America or recently Cross-Seed, X-Seed, whatever you want to call it, to localize their products. It's the one responsible for doing for example, the Legend of Heroes franchise, which is both Trails of Cold Steel, not the Hedgehog Leaves, or Trails in the Sky. And also the Ice, whatever you pronounce games. They stayed unlocalized for like decades, almost until the mid to early 2000s. But then Cross-Seed started actually localizing a lot of them, and now we're almost getting all the packages. It's similar to what Square Enix is doing nowadays to the Saga franchise.
The problem is that now.
Speaking of Square Enix, they're actually releasing a physical version of Secret of Mana in Europe and North America.
Nice.
It wasn't confirmed before.
It is now.
Well, it's because
now
it was always assumed that it was going to be digital only at the beginning, but it makes sense considering I Am Setsuna also had a physical release on the Switch.
I guess also Lost Sphere is gonna have one.
Yeah. Not so much on the PS4 though. I think the PS4 versions are only digital only. But yeah, what I was trying to say was, well, look at the bright side. At least unlike Knack, this game has an identity.
Yeah.
Not much of one, but still, it has one.
You need to get it up here. God damn it.
Alright. Let's try this again.
So, wait, you need to get it up to the tree?
This fucking bird! Ugh.
I'll be glad it doesn't behave like an actual Medusa with erratic movements and everything.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's put in some fruit. There we go.
You can do it.
Oh, fuck, almost. Jesus Christ, Bonelli.
You see, this is why I don't really like these kinds of games.
Honestly, dweebs, that's the only real problem is the behavior of the elephant itself of not standing still. If it was much more controllable, that way the game wouldn't be this kind of painful.
Does this game have 2-player?
No.
Fuck.
There we go.
There we go.
Alright, let's go. An elephant climbing tree branches.
Well, these trees has to be extremely strong.
There we go. We made it.
We save the world. Or just rescue the elephant.
Or not yet, there's another part at least.
Well, I guess the last 2 levels, yeah.
Yes.
And the boss fight. Alright, then see you for that.
See you, everybody.
Yeah.